Hello, welcome back. Egg Center in the basement, the tunnel complex. We're on our way to the west field where we have to shut down the irrigation system. And we broke down a wall to get into this area, and to proceed we need to break down another wall. Yeah, let's quickly check the logbook. We must return to Cathy once we have shut down the irrigation system. And that is in the east and west fields, so that we can halt the progress of the contamination. So the fields are only accessible through these tunnels and not outside, so the time we spent there was a little bit wasted. Well, we are here now, so let's progress and let's go to the west field. Apparently we have a clear path. Well, maybe something needs unlocking, so let's send in Z first. He can scout ahead and get poisoned.
This is Highpool calling anyone. Can anyone hear me? SOS! The wreckers have knocked down our tower. I don't know if we're even transmitting. Can anyone hear me? Anyone?
Highpool, this is Ranger Citadel. We read you. Do you copy? You are still transmitting.
Can anyone hear me? Highpool calling anyone. Please send help. Our walls are crumbling. We...
Yeah, that isn't going according to plan.
Rangers, you're going into the outer fields now. I'm afraid our camera coverage is a lot spottier out there, so I won't be able to help as much. Good luck. Welcome to the West Field, Rangers. Lots of experimental fruits and veg, not to mention a large rabbit population, so it's sure to be dangerous. Find the generator that's gone off the rails and find some way to get it back online. Do not just blow it up. I know that comes naturally to meatheads like you, so try to restrain yourself.
Alright, well, let's try that then. Good tip. Thanks, Cathy. Let's quickly search the room and get out there. Yeah, more ammo. Good. Yeah, the clock is ticking. We need a cure. Z, use the herbicide. That's it for this room, so let's head outside.
Yeah.
Well, good shot. Maybe we can recruit him. Hold! Who goes there? I'll put a hole in your head. Well, let's talk to this Honeydew Lewis first. Before we do any shooting. curve of sandbags between the garden and the open field. So this guy has a defensive perimeter set up right here. A wiry old gent in a tweed jacket and gardening apron, a bristly moustache, burlwood pipe clamped between his teeth. Rose, is that you? Still human. A sight for sore, methane-stung eyes. And lovely to see you as well, Mr. Lewis. How many times do I have to ask you to call me Jacob? Are you safe? Are you well? Perfectly well and safe under the protection of these rangers. You seem to have succeeded in defending your melons so far, but I cannot say for how long. The rangers must shut down the irrigation system. What kind of garden patch do you have? A melon patch. God's greatest gift to the appetite of man, the honeydew melon. And I will not allow an army of horticultural horrors to destroy it. As you can see, as soon as I noticed things going awry, I rushed here, tore out all the irrigation pipes before the toxic brew could reach my precious plants. I fear, however, it's only a temporary respite. Where's the irrigation systems control? In the shed on the east side of this enclosure. Get there as quick as you can and get that pump shut down. The regulator assembly is broken, so you need to find a new one. And our mechanics keep spares somewhere. I don't know where. I suppose you could also blow it up, but Cathy will not be happy with that, so let's not do that. So we need to find a regulator assembly, a spare one. What's so special about these melons? They are the pinnacle of God's creation. Alright, if a fruit can save the world, it is this fruit. And we clear the path, Lewis, you can escape. What, me? Never, I'll die first. Rescue the others, I'm staying right here. When did this madness start? Well, a few hours ago. Rapidly increased growth, appearance of all kinds of Nazi things, erratic behavior of my colleagues, ravening rabbits, sabotage, I'm sure of it. So you think someone did this on purpose? It saddens me to say, yes. I fear it was one of our own, and I have a strong suspicion as to who, that Sue fellow. Always reading unsavory books, always mumbling. I tried to befriend him at first, when he seemed to take an interest in my melons and breeding techniques. But then I cut the fellow off. Kept talking about knocking our walls down, letting the plants free. I told Forrestal and Lawson about it, but they didn't listen. What can you tell me about this Sue, and where can we find him? In hell, hopefully. But if he's still alive, he's probably lurking in his quarters at the end of the field near the entrance. So what about Matt? A fine, upstanding young man, happy to work for such an able leader. And Cathy, well, damn fine researcher. Very encouraging about my melons. Well, that's great, Lewis. Wait, Rose, you must at least allow me to accompany you through my own field. I cannot leave my melons. But were you to perish here, I would soon die myself. Well, alright then. Lead on, Rangers. So this guy is in our squad apparently. Let's quickly check the logbook if there is any mention about that. The Westfield pump is in a bad way. We can repair it or destroy it. We have to fight our way to the fields. But first it's probably a smart move to talk to this Sue guy, who is maybe a suspect. And some pigeon cages. The pump is the other way, Rangers. Yeah, we know. First let's check this out. Well, that seems very useful. Let's take it. Who knows? Yeah, alright, so let's check out the shed or a small house built into the compound's outer wall. The oozing carcasses of a handful of giant insects surround the front door, and the walls are splattered with their vicious juices. Yeah. So, but little furniture and a lot of books. Books on the table, books everywhere. And an unconscious man behind the door. His head is bruised and he's got puncture wounds all over. So that's Sue. Yep. Well, let's heal him up. Yeah, Rose, we are going to heal him. Well, he is still unconscious, so maybe the surgeon skill is needed. Rose. And let's talk to him. Much more spry than before. Sue stands well hunches before you with a look of ragged defiance. His boots are covered in pigeon shit. I thought those fucking flies killed me for sure. Thanks for the assist, Rangers. Right, I'm Sue, research assistant here, and I help Matt with the business end of things too. So what about your boots and the pigeon shit on it? Alright, on my boots. Yeah, I was feeding the pigeons today when everything started going crazy. What can you tell me about your name, Sue? Or the pigeons? Tell me about the pigeons. There are communications networks, slower but more reliable than the radio. And what about your name? Don't get me started. By my foster parents. They wanted a girl. I tried to change it to Jack, but people would call me Jack, and I wouldn't realize they were talking to me. What about the insects? Those fuckers nearly killed me. And your opinion on Matt, a great boss. And about the Desert Rangers, excellent. So how did things go out of hand? No idea what happened. Everything just started mutating like crazy. Even the seeds. What the seeds are mutating too. Yeah, I literally saw them splitting and sprouting in a matter of seconds. And what's going on with the plants? They were always big, but never this big. It's like they got super fertilized somehow. So you have never seen this before? Well, not since I went to the mushroom caves. And what about Skinner? Yes, the guy down in the mushroom caves. Keeps them in the dark and feeds them shit. He's kinda in the dark himself, good family man and all, but just, you know, a company man, does his job and doesn't think about it. Yeah, Dr. Herbison runs the mushroom caves. Skinner's the one who's always there. Well, that was a enlightening chat with Sue. We couldn't really get into the fact that he is a suspect, but maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, all his books. And a note in the books, feed the world. Maybe that's a clue. Let's talk to him again and ask about this note. Yeah, what does the feed the world mean? That's my philosophy. We shouldn't leave the means of feeding the people in the hands of a few. Everybody should be able to feed themselves. Yeah, we are not getting anywhere here, and the clock is ticking, so let's continue our search for the irrigation system, or better yet, the spare part we need to repair it or shut it down, to use a better phrase. And I think there is the part we need. Yeah, a small mechanism of pumps and valves. So let's grab it. A flow regulator. Yeah. Take the junk too. So some progress. We have the flow regulator. Now only to find the irrigation system. Yeah, let's go prepared. A small device constructed of belts and gears that once installed will shut down the generator. That sounds a bit counterintuitive, but alright. Let's install it. Is it wise to dig up a grave? Harry the Bunny Master. Well, let's check it out. Harry the Bunny Master's axe. And it isn't a weapon, but a special item. The axe is rusted and pitted beyond use, but even you have heard stories about Harry. So maybe somebody in the Citadel may be interested in it. Alright. We'll take it. And we found the generator. Very nice. The pump is broken, the flow regulator is missing, tainted nutrient is flooding into the irrigation system completely unchecked. So let's install the regulator quickly.
Color me impressed, Rangers. You're actually making progress. One field down and one to go. Now head back through the basement and the other ventilation tunnel to the east field. Once you shut down the irrigation there, we'll really start getting this thing under control.
Excellent stuff. You found the off switch. The computer shuts down the pump and the flow of tainted nutrients trickles to a stop. And the plants are starting to recede. So we probably should head to the eastern fields, but well, since we're here, let's maybe clear this field first. Of course, the clock is ticking, so that is a point of concern. But let's help Lewis, and yeah, 5,000 seconds left. And we still need to do the eastern field. But let's help Lewis and make this a safe spot. Yeah, Lewis wants to stay with his melons. Yeah, we cannot leave those rabbits in the field. Yeah, the Westfield pump has been shut down, but we will clear the fields here first before we go to the east field. And right now I'm going to leave it here, so I'll end the video here and I'll see you in the next one.